Hey, it's your boy Okina again, keeping it fresh. If you didn't see my video the other day where I show you how to repair a crack in your taillight or your headlight, the same thing can be applied to both. Go ahead and check that out. It's probably in related videos or something. I'm continuing off of that where I'm going to show you how to repair your taillight or restore it on the back. As you can see, this is a little bit pinkish. I want it to be red so that I can go ahead and do the red taillight modification. How we're going to achieve that is we're going to be using 320 sandpaper or 180 sandpaper. I'll let you know if the 180 is too aggressive. Aggressive like the guy that bought me a drink at the bar the other day. All jokes aside, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this sanding process with the 180 grit sandpaper. I'm going to be using some water with that so it's not as abrasive. And we'll see how that works out. I'm back, and after an hour of sanding down this taillight, you can see a huge difference. This one's pinkish right here, and this one's completely red again, and it's gotten its reflective properties back. That sure was a lot of sanding. I threw off my masturbation hand. I won't be doing that tonight. Something I also did was I sanded off the words on the bottom of the taillight. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a rinse and you'll see that it's gonna be very dull. I guess it's not shiny anymore. That's because I took off all the clear coat as well as taking off the burnt parts of the taillight. Usually what you would do at this point is go ahead and clear coat it with a spray paint, and mark my words, do not use Rust-Oleum. That will eat through your taillight, and it will no longer be usable. So do not use Rust-Oleum. Moving on, what you're gonna wanna do is clear coat it with probably Doopy color. I use that spray paint a lot. And also, I'm not going to be using clear coat. What I'm going to be doing is using this right here. It's a Doopy color metal cast iodinized coating. You usually use this on chromes, but it works very well with plastics. I'm doing this to do a totally red taillight. I haven't seen anyone actually do this. You've seen it here first. A very important step for this is you're going to want to be using primer, but this is adhesive promoter. It's specially made for plastics. You can also use it on vinyl and chrome, but I'm using it for a plastic right here. Like I said, that's very important. It's going to make the paint stick to your plastic. And plastic's not a very easy thing to paint, so you're going to want to go ahead and do that. And before you use the adhesion promoter, you're going to want to use a tack cloth. This costs about $3 at AutoZone. It takes off any microscopical dirt on your surface so that you don't have any bumps underneath. As you can see here, I got my bottles submerged in a bucket of warm water. That helps with the laying down process. When you spray, you get less orange peel. As you can see here, I did mask off the sides of the taillight so that I don't get any paint on any important parts. Not that you're gonna see them, but it's just an ease of mind. I did hit it with my tack cloth and we're all set up. I'm gonna go and take this outside and start painting. I'm first gonna hit it with this adhesion promoter, and then I'm gonna go for the actual paint. We're now outside, and I did wet the surface a little bit so that any paint that kicks up won't get back on the taillight. It'll just stick onto the surface. Let's go ahead and get started with the adhesion promoter. The adhesion promoter is applied and it almost dries immediately. You want to give it at least 2 minutes to go ahead and get tacky enough so you can go ahead and put your paint coat. I'm going to go pretty generous on this part, and if I need any touch-ups, I'll go ahead and do those in the video as well. As you can see, the red clearness laid very nicely. It's an all red taillight now and looks very good. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry inside and we'll see how it looks afterwards. 10 minutes have passed, and as you can see, the paint is pretty damn good. It's not ready just yet, but it does look a little bit mattish. Not totally, but a little. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put a clear coat to go ahead and protect that. The directions say apply all your coats within an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the clear coat so that it mixes well with this coat. I know it's a little hard to see right now, but we're losing daylight. I'm gonna go ahead and put this last coat of clear coat, very heavy layer, and then that'd be it. I'm gonna let it dry for the full 24 hours, maybe even 3 days just to be safe. I did finish that clear coat. I did bring it back inside. As you can see, it is very reflective now. I might go ahead and even polish this after it's done drying, but for now, this is exactly the result I was looking for. Looks very amazing. I'll go and check back with you in 1 day. If it's still not dry or if it's still squishy a little, I'll check back with you in 3 days. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hey, it's your boy Okina again. I'm back, and it's a new day, as you can see. Very bright outside right now. The paint has finished drying. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna test fit these on the back of the car and see a comparison on how they look. I have not touched the other taillight yet, so that'd be the perfect comparison. Taillights are test fitted right now. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is turn on the car and use my blinkers, my brake lights, and my reverse lights and see how that looks. So there you go, you've seen it here first, an all red OEM Miata taillight. You got your boy out here sweating when it's hotter than a witch's coochie in Texas. If you really liked this video and you found it very educational, please leave a like, subscribe, and go ahead and turn on that notification so you can see when I do more projects like this. Again, it's your boy Okina. I'll see you on the next episode.